City News, City News. What's happening in your city? City News, City News. City News, City News. You got love for your city? City News, City News. City News. Oh, City News, City News. City News. City News, City News, City News, City News. City News, City News, City News, City News, City News. City News, City News, City News, City News, City News, City News, City News.
All right. We can't say, but it's on.
I know.
Welcome to another episode of CT Views.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello to all you out there in cable TV land, and hopefully you'll be able to view us on YouTube as well and on our podcast platforms. Thank you for tuning in. It's just been one of those days. I've been here at Altice all day.
Have you?
Yes, because earlier I did an interview with Lisa Ferris for United Way,
okay.
and so it's been one of those days, and both me and Coryse are suffering from our allergies.
Seasonal allergies.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
They're difficult to say the least.
It's been bad.
Yeah.
The last couple days. I mean, I have used things up my nose, taken Sudafed, I'm taking everything, and these allergies is just kicking my butt.
But you ain't got to be all graphic about it and everything.
I mean,
I'm just saying. I'm never gonna. I'm never gonna look at you the same again, Coryse.
It is what it is. Okay, you gotta be real.
That's a little too real for me, girl. Although I'm glad you got all the tissues and everything ready.
I don't. That was the last one.
Oh boy, we're having fun now.
Yes, we are.
Thank you all for tuning in once again to another episode of CT Views. We want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors for their support and allowing us to bring you quality community programming each and every week right here from your local Altice channel Access 5. I want to give a big shout out to Toth Insurance Agency, located at 1151 East Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Better protection, better value. He can be reached at 860-496-7771 or at toth.ins@optonline.net. Mel Brickman and Health Markets, located at 16 McDermott Ave, Suite number 1 in Torrington, Connecticut. Better call Mel. He can be reached at 860-307-1128 or at healthmarkets.com/local-health-ins. The Northwest Connecticut Area Chamber of Commerce, located at 59 Field Street, Suite 120, located in Torrington, Connecticut. The Chamber is the place to be. They can be reached at 860-482-6586. And last, but certainly not least, Dr. Michael Curry at 30 Peck Road, Suite 2105, Torrington, Connecticut. Pediatric care for over 50 years. He can be reached at 860-482-8177 or at torringtonpediatrics.com. Thank you so much to our sponsors, who we appreciate more than you'll ever know. Gracias. So a lot going on here.
There's been a lot going on the last couple of weeks. We have,
absolutely.
A lot of upcoming events. There are events that I've been to. Lots to talk about.
Yep, for sure. And one of those things is definitely the Leadership Breakfast Circle's celebrity breakfast for United Way.
Yes. Okay. Hold on. We got to talk about this.
No,
so that United Way breakfast, Jacque wanted us to dress up as Adam and Eve. I said, Jacque, I am not wearing a leaf. Okay, you're not getting me to put a leaf on. I'm like, what do you mean Adam and Eve? What are we going to do? Wear a leaf?
I thought it would have been a hit personally, especially with your acting skills. I'm sure you could have played the part with
yes,
with zest
I'm
and
sure.
appeal. We could have went as Tarzan and Jane too.
No, no. Well, Jane was more dressed than Tarzan, so you
Yeah,
go
that's
ahead
true.
with the,
That's true.
the
That's
grass
true.
and the,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know,
that's true.
but that breakfast was an amazing
Yes,
breakfast.
yes.
I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed just every aspect of it,
Yep.
from the fundraising to see all these people come together to raise all these funds for the event for the United Way
Yep.
was just, it's an amazing, amazing time.
Yeah, and hats off to Lisa, the executive director, Kathy Coyle, board chair,
DJ,
DJ, the campaign chair, Melissa Root, the co-chair, the board of directors. It was a great kickoff, and United Way, like many organizations, had some challenging times coming through COVID,
right?
and so reestablishing ourselves with the agencies and letting people know the mission of United Way and how vitally important it is to
Hmm.
know where those community resources are and how they can get access to them. It's just vital at this particular time.
Especially in this, climate that we're in
Yeah,
right now.
absolutely, absolutely. Budget cuts are real.
Very real.
And you can't take that for granted. And because of organizations like United Way that have alternative funding sources,
Right.
we can kind of fill in the gaps where maybe those other social service nets weren't able to take advantage of that. So it's all about community, keeping the community whole.
There you go.
And
When they said celebrity breakfast, I thought it just meant like local celebrities,
oh, you said I'm
like
not a
yourself.
celebrity?
I'm saying like yourself and Gina from Daily Movement and
Yeah.
Storage, and other local well-known people. But you get there and everyone was dressed up like a celebrity. I think Gina was dressed as the Queen.
Yes, yes, which she is, Queen Bunch.
Queen Bunch. Queen Bunch. Who else did we have? Oh my gosh, there was someone dressed as Flo, the progressive lady.
Yeah,
and that person
that was
actually
Lauren.
looked like
Yeah.
Flo.
Yeah.
I thought it was really Flo.
That was Lauren Zordan. She had the flow. She had the flow going on.
She had the flow going on.
She had
Who
the
else?
flow. We had Melissa Root, our campaign co-chair. She was dressed up as Fiona.
Who was
and
DJ?
DJ
He
was
was Shrek.
Shrek and
DJ
Fiona,
was
yeah.
Shrek.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
these celebrity characters that they chose was it was fun.
Yeah, it was.
It was a lot of fun. It enlivened the event.
Absolutely.
The breakfast was amazing.
Absolutely, it was.
And you can't get a better venue than the Torrington Country Club. I mean,
I felt like, as always, Maria, and the whole crew there do a great job in accommodating us and making sure that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed.
Yeah.
So and that's important, especially in an event like that, because there was such a high level of synergy, and you just want to make sure that all the accommodations are there and people are having a good time, and you don't have anything go too far astray. So fortunately, it went off without a hitch, and now the United Way is into its campaign season for this year's fundraising goals, and I think that people will see and understand the necessity of their donations and support of United Way in this day and time when community support is going to be number one on the list.
Right. And people are going through a lot of struggles these days. So to know that they have the community out there to support them and see them through struggles is vital, because I feel like when people struggle silently, that's when a lot of psychological issues happen, and you don't want people turning to the opposite side. You want people to know that they are loved and supported and that they can reach out.
And let's be real about this. Most people in our community are one paycheck away from being homeless.
Oh yeah, everyone. 90% of people are living paycheck to paycheck,
Yes,
and
it's
yeah.
terrible, and there's many reasons for that. And maybe on another show in the future, we can go into some of my um, thoughts on that. Maybe,
Maybe.
maybe not.
Just,
Was like, I don't want to know what Jacque think about socioeconomic issues. Who he
oh
think he
Lord.
is?
What time? We got to keep a track on the time
We
because
do.
we have a special guest calling in
Yes.
today,
Yeah.
and that's going to be Alexandro. Don't ask me to say his last name. It starts with an A, but he was well known for doing the film mixers,
Yep.
and he has joined the Film and Television Alliance, which I'm also a part of. I'm on their membership committee. Um, and just, I want to say it was either 2 weekends ago, I believe, was the Bridgeport Film Festival. It's in their fifth year of doing this film festival. And it was a 3-day festival, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I went down on Sunday, and let me just tell you, there are some talented between the
Yeah.
actors
Yeah.
and the directors and the
Yeah.
writers that did these short
Vignettes.
movies,
Yeah.
short films. I mean, I was
Yeah.
blown away.
Yeah.
The films, the choices, it hits every aspect of what's going on in this country on the
Yeah.
head. There was a film. It showed a Lebanese family.
Yep.
The kids, they're like early 20s, and
Yep.
they're watching on TV that their country was just bombed, and their parents over there, and they don't know if their parents survived. And it's that whole dynamic of why did you tell them to go? I didn't tell them to go, but it's their homeland. But should we, and of watching it play out, that one was just like, and then it touched on that immigrant children of or immigrant children, what they go through
Wow.
psychologically,
Yeah.
not just from leaving their homeland and being put in a different country, but how people view them
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So it touched on all those aspects of just
I
humanity.
think a lot of independent filmmakers now are starting to focus in more on historical documentaries.
Yeah, you're right. They are.
That have relevance to what our cultural issues are now.
Yeah.
And that's why we have Culture for a Cause, because
right.
we understand how powerful the arts can be in communicating a message and creating forums where we can have these conversations and these discussions in a more, or should I say, in a less intimidating, threatening environment.
True.
And that's so important now because, not to get too deep in it, but with the unfortunate murder of Mr. Kirk, I think that that's a clear example of how we can tone down the temperature a little bit and have these conversations that don't spark up such animosity that it makes us cancel each other out. I don't. That's a tough one for me to tackle, because even if you disagreed with Mr. Kirk, I think it would have been better. He invited debate all the time. Take your perspective, your worldview to the table and battle it out in the arena of ideas.
Right.
You just.
I think this whole concept of something happening to one side is because of the other side. That type of negativity needs to stop, because at the end of the day, did we know if this person was unhinged? It could have been an unhinged person. I mean, I'm not going to say too much, because lately you say anything and you get canceled. I talk too much. But I'm just saying that there's so many factors
Yes.
as to why someone did what they did,
Right.
instead of just directly jumping to the gun of
Right.
blaming political sides.
Right.
And I think, when did it come to that? I feel like in the past we've seen figures die, or were shot, or whatever the case may be, and it never once, I think, prior to the last couple years, was it like it's because of that person's political beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like that was ever the first thing people jumped to, and we're living now in an era where this is the first thing people jump to, and it's really, it's disheartening.
Yeah.
It's concerning, and I don't even know what to say about it. I look at it and I feel like we're all in a fishbowl right now, and what is going on?
Hopefully, um, more moderate voices can come to the table, because violence has never solved anything.
No.
And war is outdated. I mean, if you think about it, there was, we had, times where, you had, these factions fighting for resources and things of that nature.
You know what? We have Alexandro calling in.
Is that it?
Yeah, we've got our first caller, Alexandro from. Oh, did he hang up? No, I'm not sure. Alexandro from the Connecticut Television, Film, TV and Film Alliance is calling in, and we're going to talk to him about. He's on? Okay. So I hit the red and then the thing?
She hits the thing. She hits the thing.
Okay, Alexandro.
Did you hit the thing, Coryse? She hits the thing.
Alexandro, it's Coryse. I'm trying to figure out the phone situation. I'm like, I hit the red and the thing, but there you are. So I hit the right thing.
She's hitting things here in the studio.
Thing. Wonderful.
Absolute chaos here this evening.
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. I was telling Jacque here, my co-host, how much fun I had at the film festival. Remind us again, first of all, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell our audience a little more about you, and then we'll get into the film festival.
Sure. My name is Alessandro Andriuli. I'm a board member for the Connecticut Film and Television Alliance, and I'm also a documentary filmmaker.
I couldn't say your last name when I was letting our viewers know that we had a call-in guest. I'm like, I'm not even going to try and butcher it. I know it starts with an A. So, well, yeah. So, Alexandro, you and I sit on the board together for the Connecticut Film and Television Alliance. And tell us about the film festival. Remind us of when it was, what weekend it took place, and how you came to become involved in the festival.
So it was this past weekend. So it was, let me see if I can look at the dates here. It was the 11th through the 14th of September. Yeah, it was really a fantastic weekend. So I know Jason Coons. I had, when my friend Neil Thomason and I, along with the rest of the board of the Alliance, were reaching out to put together our conference we had at Goodwin last year, which was the Connecticut Film and Television Conference, where we brought together a lot of producers, directors, filmmakers, actors, writers, musicians together. We were just reaching out to find film press directors and people to be involved and people to help with interviews. And so we were reach out to Jason to talk about the Bridgeport Film Festival when he came to the event in November of last year. And we got to work together during Hartford's Got Talent, where he got to host some of the red carpet interviews for us, along with Melissa Brick Ward, who's also on the events committee for the Connecticut Film and Television Alliance. We got Jason involved there, and went to his festival last year, and it was just phenomenal. They premiered the Luther Vandross documentary last year, and I've just been super impressed with what they're doing there.
Yeah, I was only able to attend on one day, which was the Sunday, and I was just blown away by the films. I mean, they the process of them even like sorting through and choosing these films for this festival must be like I just can't even imagine. Very tiresome, first of all. But
Yeah.
they did an absolutely amazing job at it. Um, Tell us, what you did there for the 3 days. Did you were there for the full 3 days?
Yeah, I was there for they had a kickoff event on the 11th I did not go to, but I was there for the main opening night and the other two main nights of the event for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was there with the members of the Alliance. And what we did is we did a partnership with them to help promote the event. That's something we are doing a lot going forward, is to put a spotlight on events that really, think are fantastic and that our members will really enjoy and appreciate, and to support other fellow filmmakers. So the first day, we ended up doing an educational panel about networking and carving your own path, and we had a bunch of board members on that panel. We had Joe Young, we had Lily Bowles, we had Ed Cohen, we had Mike Furman, and myself on the panel. And I think I've got everybody right. Yeah, Joe Young, Mike Furman, Lily Bowles, and Ed Cohen, and myself. And so, yeah, that was fantastic. The students really appreciated it. And then the rest of the weekend, we were part of Vendor Village. We walked around and met with people. We did on-the-spot interviews. I had a film premiering on Friday, I believe it was Friday as well, as part of the local love block of my short documentary called Arrow. And I got to just meet a lot of amazing filmmakers and support them. And to be honest, that festival gets better and better every year. Jason and his team I think it's one of the best in the state. I really do appreciate what they're doing.
Yeah, they're in their fifth year. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. And it's that they just get better every year, and they get bigger and bigger films. This year they had Tina Romero, daughter of Georgie Romero of Night of the Living Dead. They had her film Queens of the Dead premiering. And they always get some really great premieres. They get some really interesting films from all over the world and locally and everywhere. And it's one of the most inclusive, welcoming, and just amazing film festivals. Absolutely.
Tell us, so I know that there were some directors from Connecticut. Can you talk to us more about some of those directors, yourself included, and some young ones too that also attended UConn? Can you tell our audience about that?
Sure. I mean, I can't, I'm horrible at names, so don't ask me to remember everybody's name, but I have tons of business cards from everybody I spoke to. But the students from UConn especially had a really amazing a bunch of films, and actually some of them actually won at the festival, which was really phenomenal. And I just was really blown away by the breadth of different kinds of voices that were at the festival, and the amazing just people in conversations I ended up having, because my film specifically was so emotional. I had a lot of people just approach me, and because of how the film was approached and the way I was able to make space for a gentleman who had gone through a lot of trauma and was making amazing art. People really came to me, just had these amazing personal conversations with me afterwards, just because of what they experienced. So that was really special.
Oh, wow. And your film that premiered there, is there somewhere else people can view it?
Currently, no. I'm trying to figure out where else I'd like to have it viewed. There's some clips of it in my reel on my personal site, which is alessandrovalentino.me. You can see some clips of it in my reel. So I haven't really considered what I was also going to do other than putting it into other film festivals. I know there's a really big mental health film festival happening in New York, and I was going to try to submit to that for next year, along with some other festivals. Maybe do a recut and just kind of retool it a little bit first. But it's not really available publicly yet. I still want to do the film festival circuit to really, engage with those kinds of conversations. And anything I did show it also at a gallery exhibit. So it wasn't like a premiere, like a screening premiere, but it was part of an exhibit. I'm excited to continue to see where else I can bring it and how I can help kind of, bring that conversation to people where, if you make space for somebody else, you never know where those conversations can lead.
Tell us a little bit more about your documentary. I was having a word with Coryse earlier about how more independent short film producers are getting into more historical aspects of our society and how it correlates to what's going on in our current social ethos. Talk to our audience a little bit about your film and the
Sure.
correlation that motivated you to produce this.
So I was typically more of a narrative and commercial space filmmaker, and I ended up joining this program online called The Art of Documentary, and it's filmmakers from all over the world that are like the top at what they do when it comes to commercial and narrative, getting into documentary filmmaking, and I joined that about 3 or 4 years ago. And so they have these biannual challenges that we would do within the program, where you have 30 days to prep, shoot, and deliver a short film that's under 7 minutes. But everything you're shooting has to take place in a 24-hour period. You can't shoot anything outside of that 24-hour period. And I was looking to do something. I was showcasing another project at a mental health gallery exhibit at Hartford Art Space. I was one of the presenters as well, and I met Arrow there. And he was just so kind and caring, and I had never met him before, and I was the first person to speak during the artist talks. And it was like an all-day event for these artist talks. Everybody had an hour block, and when I was about to start speaking, there's about 10 people in the room, and when I started speaking, people started leaving, not because of what I was saying, but they just were disinterested. They wanted to go do something else or whatever. And I didn't even know Arrow, and he looked at me and he mouthed the words, "Go for it." And so I did. I used up this volume of space. I had a poem I was doing that was basically a victim statement for me for a trauma I had suffered when I was younger, and a way to express that. And so I used the space, the giant space of the gallery. I just used up that space and filled it with my voice. And then people started coming back in, and the person who was heading off the event was nice enough that when they had a full house at the end of the evening, let me perform some of my works. But I just had a really great connection with Arrow. When he needed his introduction done, he liked the way I did my poetry. He asked me to do his introduction. And then I asked him if I could tell his story. And he just said yes, and let me spend weeks with him just getting to know him prior to filming. And he actually used to be homeless. He used to live under the bridge across the street from where the gallery exhibit was happening, and had gone through some of the most horrible traumas anybody could go through, yet was making this really colorful, joyful art, and was searching out joy on his own. And I just found that really interesting, including his story that when he was living under the bridge, that police officers were actually helping him find materials to build his refuge.
Wow.
Where he, which was really fantastic. There were so many interesting stories coming out of those conversations with him. He let me into his home. He doesn't let anybody in his home. And now with all the trauma he suffered, he has a hard time articulating who he is or people getting to understand him. But now he has this little short 7-minute doc that if anybody doesn't understand him, he can just play it for them. And he does own it. He's a co-director, and he owns a copy of it, and he can do whatever he likes with it. So he's able to show it to anybody he wants to personally. So if you want, you can reach out to Arrow, and Arrow will show you the movie.
Well, Alessandro, I can't tell you how impressed I am with your model. And ultimately, at the end of the day, great art, great endeavors of art impact people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what we're going for in our pursuits. And I think Coryse and I share the sentiments that the artist's pathway puts us on a journey where we do have an opportunity to make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
And I think once we recognize and understand those opportunities, that's when we can come together as an artist community.
Absolutely. I started, like, post-COVID, I started just kind of adopting this new mentality of going to as many art events as I could, music, dance, poetry, theater, film festivals, as many as I could, and making space for other artists where I had nothing exhibiting there at all. I wasn't showing, performing any poetry or showing any art or had any films there. I was just making space for other artists. and trying to be a part of the community that I want to be a part of. I think that that's something that people miss is we're such in a space where we're always feel like we're in competition, especially in Connecticut where there's not as many job opportunities in film and television. We're in such competition with each other that we get stuck in that mode, and it's really stifling for creativity and opportunity. But when you go out and you make space for other artists, not only do you get inspired and learn things, but you make friends. And for people that may want to work with you, hire you, make a project specifically because they met you, I had volunteers that came down for us for the Bridgeport Film Festival, and they were professional filmmakers. I had a woman named Era who does medical prosthetics for her living, and then she also does medical prosthetics for horror movies. I had Sam Gove, who is a professional cinematographer from Massachusetts, and he works with the team that does time code for film, and he got to understudy under the gentleman who did matte paintings for like Blade Runner, and he is like a professional colorist and cinematographer, and he came and volunteered to hand out postcards for us. And simply from meeting Era and Sam, I'm like, guys, I want to make something around your skill set. I want to make a project specifically for the fact I get to work with you guys to make something and utilize your skills. So I got inspired, and I met other people that wanted to make documentaries with me, and people that were teaching at Housatonic at CT State that said, hey, I'd like to make a documentary with you. And those conversations happen organically because I wasn't just showing my work, but I was also making space for other artists. And people can tell when you're a genuine storyteller, you care, you're present. And that does go a long way towards furthering your career and also just quality of life.
Well, Alessandro, please, 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 please stay in touch with us. Let us know your events that are coming up so we can cover them for you.
Absolutely.
And let's just commit to joining arms, locking arms, and building this artist community in a way that makes the cream rise to the top.
Absolutely. That would be wonderful.
Thank you so much for coming on tonight's show.
Thank you both for having me.
You're welcome. We'll talk to you again soon.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye.
Take care.
And we're at that point, ladies and gentlemen, where we want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors for their support. We want to give a big, huge shout out to Toth Insurance Agency, located at 1151 East Main Street, Torrington, Connecticut. Better protection, better value. He can be reached at 860-496-7771 or at tothins@optonline.net. Mel Brickman and Health Markets, located at 16 McDermott Ave, Suite number 1, Torrington, Connecticut. You better call Mel. He can be reached at 860-307-1128 or at healthmarkets.com/local-health-INS. The Northwest Connecticut Area Chamber of Commerce, located at 59 Field Street, Suite 120. The Chamber is the place to be. They can be reached at 860-482-6586. And last but certainly not least, Dr. Michael Curry, located at 30 Peck Road, Suite 2105 in Torrington, Connecticut. Pediatric care for over 50 years. He can be reached at 860-482-8177 or at torringtonpediatrics.com. All right. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, my eyes are tearing up. I feel like I'm about to sneeze.
Don't
sorry.
sneeze. Don't sneeze. But we're going to take a break so you can sneeze. Just hold it there for a little bit.
Okay.
Culture for a Cause, which produces CT Views, is a organization that is committed to making sure that the arts flourishes in our region. Our mission is to build community through music and the arts. And part of that includes collaborating with people such as my beautiful guest host here, Coryse Villarouel, who is a member of the Declaration of Human Rights. So Culture for a Cause has adopted this declaration and has made it the proclamation of the Declaration of Human Rights. So we want to take this opportunity to present it to you at this time. So without further ado, Dan.
In the spirit of unity, equality, and dignity for all, let it be known that Culture for a Cause stands as a beacon of hope and harmony, guided by the principles enshrined in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Our mission is simple: to build community through the transformative power of music and the arts. We believe the arts have a unique ability to transcend racial and economic divides, weaving threads of connection that binds us together as one human family. As stated in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, everyone has the right to freely participate in the cultural life of the community, to enjoy the arts, and to share in scientific advancements and its benefits. Culture for a Cause wholeheartedly embraces this principle, recognizing the profound impact of art in touching the hearts and souls of individuals, conveying powerful messages that resonate across boundaries. Through our commitment to creating and supporting community arts projects, we strive to foster a sense of belonging and togetherness among people from all walks of life. These projects serve as catalysts for dialogue, understanding, and collaboration, celebrating the rich tapestry of diverse cultures that make up our society. Furthermore, we dedicate ourselves to raising funds for community, social, safety nets through events that center around these arts projects. By combining the transformative power of the arts with a passion for social justice, we aim to not only inspire creativity and connection, but also to support those in need within our community. Be it further proclaimed that we call upon individuals, organizations, and communities to join us in this mission, to celebrate the transformative power of the arts, and to work together to create a world where creativity and compassion flourish, and where every person's human rights are recognized and respected. In witness whereof, this proclamation is made to honor and affirm our collective commitment to these ideals. We thank you for your continued support.
Glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory. Life is hard, kid, and it can be trite. The greatest respect in music is to bring it to life. Humming the line, the melody is strong. Cause those who wish to sing will always find a song. The touch of lovers know it. Everyone becomes a poet when you feel it in your heart. That's when your feelings start to own it. And lift your soul when your face show it. That's when you love it. Emotions and the tears run when you going through it. Loyalty is given, respect is everything. And those who fly solo will have the strongest wings. Music produce kings and queens. Hear the strings, let every voice ring. Cause we gon' sing.
We gon' sing and give them some hook. It's that rebel music that got them all shook. Instead of guns, I hope your son picks up a book. God gon' give us what the devil done took. Sing like them caged birds that can't make bail. We need more Maya Angelos and less jails. I ain't around, so my son ain't got no positive mail. Role model, so it's the bottle and drug sales.
Truth gon' reign. Yeah, that's the message. God bless it. It represents every benefit of belief and togetherness that we gon' sing. Yeah. We gon' sing. We gon' sing. We gon' sing. We gon' sing. We
gon' sing to the moment of truth. We can't go back in time, so we went in the booth. Yeah, we gon' sing cause the world's so cool. Malcolm ain't half much but a dream to hold.
Juneteenth is why we celebrate, why we overcome the tyranny of hate. From slavery to Jim Crow, for civil rights and the right to vote. We be down to be free since we got off the boat. Give me the music, give me the song, and I'll right these wrongs till the day I'm done questioning why it took so long for my people to get the word they were free to go home.
We gon' sing.
We gon' sing in the morning. We gon' sing at night. We gon' sing for the fallen and slain who made the sacrifice. We gon' sing in the field. We gon' sing
sing in the streets. We gon' sing in the church, y'all. To everyone we need to keep on singing. Glory, hallelujah. Lord, say, Lord, say, Lord, say, Lord, say, Lord, say, Lord, say, glory, hallelujah.
Oh, and we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I think my co-host here, her allergies are starting to really affect her.
Oh, yeah, yes.
She's, so please bear with us throughout the remainder of the show, okay? I will try to keep her under wraps as best I can. However, I can only do so much. There's only so much humanly possible I can do to restrain a woman of this
caliber.
For lack of a better term.
Okay.
I was going to say ilk.
Ilk.
I like that ilk.
Okay.
Jacque,
we have so much. We have so much coming up. So much coming up.
I know.
Well, tonight, first of all, I'm going to read this off.
Okay.
I got to put my spectacles on for this. I wore contacts for the first time today.
You did?
Yeah, and they felt great. I was able to see near, far, without normally when I have my my reading glasses on, I feel like a grandma because I'd be like, so, and then back to the computer, and then I'd be like, and when I have to talk to someone, I didn't want to go through that today. So today I put the contacts on. First of all, it took me like half hour to put them on, right? To get them in my eyes.
Yes.
I don't know how people stare at it and just go straight at your eyeball. I'm like, I can't. I got to look to the side. And I'm like, half the time it's falling off my finger, right? And I'm like, where'd it go? Anyways, I got them in. I had a great day of seeing, but I was blinking every 5 seconds because they dry up and you got to keep your eyes moisturized. And by the end of the day, by 5 o'clock today, I'm like, I need to take these things out of my eyes. I am done with this in my eye.
Yeah.
It took me another half an hour to take them out.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, oh my God, I can't. How do you get?
Oh, child.
I couldn't find it. I didn't know. I was afraid to put my finger to my eye.
Yeah.
I don't know. Needless to say,
it was not a good experience.
No. So if I look like I have bags, it's because my fingers were in my eyes for like half an hour.
Fingers in your eyes.
Fingers in your eyes.
Okay.
But so yeah, I was saying I was putting these on because I want to read off an event that's going on today. Don't mind me sniffing. It's the allergies. Oh, they're driving me nuts. So tonight, if anyone is interested, it actually started at 6 o'clock.
Yes.
Blues and Brews, it's called. It's tonight from 6 to 8:30. It's the Torrington Democratic Town Committee annual fundraising event.
Yes.
At Bad Dog Brewery, 117 Water Street, Torrington. And tickets at the door, I believe, is $35 at the door. Meet and greet elected officials and candidates. There's going to be door prizes and raffles. Delicious food and dessert. Music to dance the night away.
Oh, nice.
So I think right after our show, I'm going to head right down there tonight.
Are you really?
Yes, I am for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might have to go say hi to the peeps.
Yeah. So that's one good event. And then Culture for Cause, we have an amazing event, a nice Halloween special or fall Halloween paint and sip coming up. I believe it's going to be October 16th.
Yep.
Am I correct?
Yep,
October 16th, which is, what date is that, Jacques?
That's a
Thursday night? Is that a Thursday?
Night. Yeah, it's a Thursday.
October 16th, Thursday, October 16th.
Yes.
At Little Red Barn.
Yep.
in Winston, Connecticut, and
Yep.
that starts, I believe it's at 6 o'clock. But
Yep.
if you want to go beforehand for dinner and eat, there's going to be a 10% discount. If you're attending the paint and sip, but you go beforehand to eat, you're going to get a 10% off your food. You get one drink at the paint and sip. You get to paint the night away. We're going to have our artist
Yep.
that's running the paint and sip is going to have a nice picture for us to paint. And you're going to be able to drink and paint at the same time. I don't know what drinking and painting at the same time might do to your painting, but you'll be sure to have a fun time for sure, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's one of our annual fundraisers that we're going to do this year.
Yep.
So, we hope you come out and support. If you're looking for tickets,
Yep.
visit the Culture for a Cause Facebook page, website, Jacque's page, my page. And we will certainly point you in the right direction for tickets to that event.
Absolutely. Now, I'm not going to participate in this paint and sip because I've been in these situations where, you have these paint-offs and stuff, celebrity paints and whatever. And we had one a few years ago, and I'll never forget how thoroughly embarrassed I was. I had...
he drew a stick figure.
It literally.
He drew... They asked him to draw, like a man, and Jacque took the paint and just did this and this, and he drew a stick figure. Yes.
The problem was everyone thought it was a tree.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so I didn't quite communicate, the message that they were intending for us to.
Did you need to drink more, maybe?
Well, drinking, and I'm not a big drinker, and
no, you're not.
No,
you're not.
And drinking doesn't. I mean. But nonetheless, so I'm going to oversee the event, and
he's gonna sing. Are you
not,
gonna sing for us?
Yeah,
Jacque is an amazing singer. Okay.
No, because people are painting, so they want to focus on their painting.
They can focus on their painting and just listen to the melodic tunes coming from your mouth.
That's possible, but I don't know. We'll have to see how that turns out.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'll let you guys make a decision on that ultimately. But I think that this is one way that Culture for a Cause can do some outreach and do some things with some collective community impact. We're looking forward to working with the people at Red Barn.
Yeah. Mills and the other owners.
Yeah.
They're amazing people to work
absolutely.
with. They're always ready to work with nonprofits.
Yep.
And we thank them so much for allowing us to use that space.
Yep.
But we're going to have a great time.
Absolutely. And also another event that I'm proud to be a part of. It's called Venues, Voices,
Yes,
and Vibes.
that's coming up.
It's coming up.
So you're doing it once a month.
Yes.
For 3 months.
Yes.
There was the one last month, and
Yes.
that was held at the Torrington Historical Society in the Gardens.
Yep.
Which was beautiful. If you've never been to the Gardens at the Historical Society,
Gotta go.
it's a must.
Gotta go.
And this next one is going to be at
Kids Play.
Kids Play.
Yep.
I was going to say Child's Play. What is this, Chucky? This isn't Chucky Coryse. Child's Play. I know it's Halloween and all, but no. It's going to be at Kids Play Museum. And what's the date on that one?
That is
October. It's the first Friday in October, correct?
Yes.
October 3rd.
Yes.
October 3rd. What time?
6 o'clock.
6 p.m. at Kids Play
Kids
Museum. Come on down and Voices.
Venues, Voices, and Vibes. Basically what Venues, Voices, and Vibes is all about. It's a community forum, and we're targeting
the young folk.
People between the ages of 18 and 40 to come to these events where they can, it's going to be an exhibit of artists, keynote speakers, a little music in the background, and then we'll have a Q&A period where these people can come up and talk to the panel about issues that they're concerned about and would like for us to help them get turn into public policy.
Yeah.
So this is something that we want to do to engage the community, to lift community morale, and to hear back on some of those voices that may not be
Right.
in the mainstream.
So to let the young folk know that they
Yeah.
are heard.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's a great idea.
Yep.
I brought my kids down to the last one, and it was a great time. We had a great time. There was a piano player in the background. There was little canvases for you to
Yep.
do little artwork. It was a great time overall. We had fun.
And Coryse's youngest one calling the orders out to everybody.
Oh yes,
Yeah, he
Cavius.
he makes
King Cavius, as we call him.
Yes.
Yes. He likes to run the show.
Yeah. He runs Jacque, so he knows if he can run Jacque, he can run the rest of the show. So he knows what's happening.
But yeah, so that one's October 3rd, and then there's going to be one more after that, which is November 7th, I believe.
Yep.
So yeah, we look forward to having you all join us at that event and at our Paint and Sip on October 16th as well.
Absolutely. We want to take this opportunity to show some love to our area patrons, businesses that are working hard each and every day to make sure that they're serving the community with vim and vigor. So without further ado, big shout outs today going to Don's Getaway, located at 24 Winstead Road, Torrington, Connecticut. Christie's Restaurant, located at 545 Winstead Road, Torrington, Connecticut. Health Insurance Services, located at 438 Main Street, Torrington, Connecticut. Wall and Fraunhofer, located at 11117 Main Street, Torrington, Connecticut. Soul Latina Cafe, located at 31 Hungerford Street, Torrington, Connecticut. 5 Points Art Center, located at 8055 University Drive, Torrington, Connecticut. Jimmy's Store, located at 1238 East Main Street, Torrington, Connecticut. And George's Music, located at 905 New Harrington Road in the great city of Torrington, Connecticut. And before we close, we want to recognize our sponsors one more time and thank them for their support for us here at CT Views. Big shout out to Toth Insurance Agency, located at 1151 East Main Street, Torrington, Connecticut. Better protection, better value. He can be reached at 860-496-7771 or at tothins@optonline.net. Mel Brickman and Health Markets, located at 16 McDermott Ave, Suite number 1, Torrington, Connecticut. Better call Mel. He can be reached at 860-307-1128 or at healthmarkets.com/local-health-INS. The Northwest Connecticut Area Chamber of Commerce, located at 59 Field Street, Suite 120 in Torrington, Connecticut. The Chamber is the place to be. They can be reached at 860-482-6586. And last, but certainly not least, Dr. Michael Curry, located at 30 Peck Road, Suite 2105, Torrington, Connecticut. Pediatric care for over 50 years. He can be reached at 860-482-8177 or at torringtonpediatrics.com. So it looks like another one's in the bag for us.
Another one's in the bag.
Another one's in the bag.
Another one. That's exactly what I was thinking of when you said another one's in the bag. But I'm like, no, that's another one bites the dust. We're not biting the dust.
Yeah. Well.
But
yeah, it is
in the bag.
Yeah. So the next couple weeks are going to be interesting because we do have an election coming up.
Yes, we do. A local election.
Yep. And part of our mission here at CT Views is to make sure that the community is informed on not only what's going on in the realm of arts, culture, and business, but also in our civic lives. So we hope to have some of the candidates here on the show so we can open up the phone lines and have you ask them questions directly so you can make sure that when you cast your ballot on November 4th that you're casting it with the most informed status of the issues as they exist. Mm-hmm. So we're looking forward to bringing you that. And don't hesitate to reach out to us on our Facebook page, CT Views. Tracy, who administrates that page, does a great job. She'll answer any questions that you might have or take any recommendations that you might have for show guests, topics.
Oh, there's one more thing I
etc.
want to mention.
Oh, yes.
Last weekend, I went to March Farms. March Farms does an amazing job every single year, but this year they've added bounce houses that stemmed the entire orchard. So the kids can bounce their way all the way through the orchard, right? So they have bounce houses, they had music, they had food vendors galore. I mean, you had different tents of food to choose from. We had an amazing time last Saturday, and they're going to have this setup, the bounce house setup, every Saturday and Sunday through the month of October. So take your family down. I mean, there must have been at least 1,500 people like in and out of March Farms last we took the kids on Sunday. So if you're looking for a fun event, go apple picking, get your pumpkins, get your pies, your food, and for the kids to have a grand time, March Farms in Bethlehem.
You heard it from a mother who knows, okay? So she knows what's good for the kiddies.
Yes, tire them out. That's what's good, to tire them out.
She's got all the techniques. So thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of CT Views, and for all those out there that are viewing by Facebook Live, we appreciate you. And don't hesitate to reach out to us and let us know what's on your mind. We'll be more than happy to take that in consideration as we plan out future programming for you right here on the show.
That's
in
right.
the meantime.
And in between time.
And in between time. On behalf of our producers and directors, Dan and Doug.
Dan and Doug. The double D's.
The double D's. And we don't mean Dunkin' Donuts.
No.
Doug be Dunkin' Bananas.
Thank you so much for all you do behind the scenes. And we want to say we'll see you all again next Tuesday.
Right here on CT Views. City Views.